Okay, let's raise the big questions at this moment. Rahul Gandhi's charges, are they justified or are they irresponsible? Is the election commission at the moment a neutral umpire or is it horribly biased? Is there a growing mistrust of the election commission's actions or is that an excessive claim to make? Joining me at this moment, my first guest is Dr. Ajay Kumar, spokesperson of the Congress. We also hope to be joined by Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP. But Dr. Ajay Kumar, former MP and national spokesperson, Congress, Rahul Gandhi goes to Bihar and claims that the election commission is acting as an agent of the BJP. Now, that's a very, very serious charge to make. Should Rahul Gandhi be a little careful in the words he uses? When you call the election commission of the country, a constitutional body, an agent of the BJP, shouldn't you be a little bit more measured or provide very hard conclusive evidence before you make an allegation of that kind? Your 2 minutes start now.
So, Rajdeep, look at the way the Chief Election Commissioner has been speaking. This is a different election commission. The episode with the opposition leaders. There are so many times when I've been a part of the delegation to the election commission. All the chief election commissioners, the election commissioners were so gracious earlier. You know, the number of people, everybody could put their point. Now the election commissioner is telling that I will decide who is the designated person. Will he decide or will the party decide first? Secondly, today's article on PDT Acharya, I'm sure you would have read it. Clearly states.
No, our viewers have not read it. Our viewers have not read it. He's written an article in the Hindu. This is a former Lok Sabha Parliament Secretary General who has raised questions. But go ahead. Give me your view. When you say that it's an agent of the center, give me one good reason why you say it. It can't be because they're not graceful to you. Give me a better reason.
No. When we ask them for the electoral rolls, they don't provide it. When we ask them for a video coverage, they don't provide it. When we ask them to tell us the reason why you're doing this, they don't provide it. And the first question is, never did they discuss this special intensive revision of electoral rolls? Never till it was announced. And the shamelessness has got no limit. Why doesn't the Chief Election Commission address a press conference where journalists like you and other people can go and ask them questions? And ask them that what was the reason, why are you, and what is the methodology which has never been followed? This methodology of the revision of electoral rolls has never been done. On whose provocation are you doing? It smells, it's fishy, and it's giving a bad odor. And I'll highlight to you, the idea of the election commission, great people like the first election commissioner, Mr. Sen, universal adult franchise with people who could not read. That's why the symbols were introduced. The idea was to include the maximum, all the people possible for the election. This election commissioner wants to ensure, Chief Election Commissioner, this election commission, that 3 crore people from Bihar were staying outside. How do they get back? How do they, the roles, the information which has been through the various important newspapers which are saying that only 14 people, whoever on the ground are going are saying that they don't have those papers. Election Commission is saying that people are returning the papers, but the people were reporting on the ground that every one of them. And Bihar, now, in a previous...
Let me just, sir, your time is up now. I've given you time. I want to also explain to our viewers. I'm going to put a graphic to explain to our viewers what this electoral roll is and then get Sanju Verma. Sanju Verma, the point is the election commission in Bihar conducted extensive revision of electoral rolls between June of 2024 and January of 2025. For 7 months, extensive revision was conducted. Suddenly, 6 months later, they decide we want another revision. Another revision 6 months later. Either the first revision was flawed or the people who have voted in the general elections were fraudulent voters. Naturally, dal mein kuch kala hai is a suspicion. How do you respond to what you just heard from Ajay Kumar, who suggests that the election commission is an agent, in his words, of the Modi government?
Thank you, Rajdeep. Nice to be on your show after quite a bit. Let me make one thing very clear. The Election Commission was also referred to as shameless. And I take strong objection to these kind of loose remarks against the Election Commission, which is a constitutional body, wide Article 324 of the Constitution. Now, revision of electoral rolls. Is it in line with Representation of People's Act 1951? Yes. Revision of electoral rolls. Is it in line with Form 13, Section 19 of the Registration of Electoral Rules 1960? Yes. Revision of electoral rules, is it in line with Article 326 of the Indian Constitution? The answer is yes. I'll tell you why the opposition is so rattled. Hindi mein kahavat hai, Rajdeep ji, khisiyaani billi khamba noche. Now Rahul Gandhi is that typical khisiyaani billi who wants to find a scapegoat even before the election process in Bihar has started. I want to tell Rahul Gandhi this, since he keeps undermining the credibility of the Election Commission, and I don't see the timing ticker on my,
Don't worry, I'll give you 2 minutes. Don't worry.
Thank you. Yes, I trust you. Now, let me say one thing very clearly. There was a man who was the Chief Election Commissioner between 1990 and 1996. This man's name was T.N. Seshan. I was just on a debate half an hour back, and a Congress spokesperson told me, T.N. Seshan used to eat politicians for breakfast. Yes, he used to eat politicians for breakfast as long as they were not Congressies. Because unke samne to T.N. Seshan bhigi billi ban jate the. This is the same T.N. Seshan. He was the Defense Secretary, the Cabinet Secretary, the Environment Secretary under Rajiv Gandhi, was made the Chief Election Commissioner, and lo and behold, after Rajiv Gandhi's death, T.N. Seshan was also made a member of the Planning Commission. Classic quid pro quo. और ये राहुल गांधी आज इलेक्शन कमिश्नर की क्रेडिबिलिटी पर बीजेपी को भाषण देते हैं. Very rich coming from him. Now let me give you another example. 1996 to 2001, there was a man called M.S. Gill. He was the Chief Election Commissioner. And guess what, Rajdeep? In a classic quid pro quo again, in 2008, M.S. Gill was made the Union Minister for Sports and Youth Affairs. कभी कांग्रेसी को एमएस गिल को कंडेम करते हुए देखा है, टीएन सेशन को कंडेम करते हुए देखा है? नो. And let me tell you, now coming to Bihar, what does the election commission say? It says there are 7.89 crore electors or voters in Bihar, 4.96 crore voters. They were already a part of the last SIR done on January 1, 2023. They simply have to fill up the enumeration form anytime between June 25th and July 26th with a simple verification. They don't need to submit any proof. The Election Commission says that the draft electoral list will be published on August 1st. If you have any objections, you have time till September 1st to file your objections. And on the 30th of September, the final list will be out. राहुल गांधी और तेजस्वी यादव के पेट में दर्द क्यों हो रहा है बताइए?
Okay, your time is exactly up. Your time is exactly up. You say पेट में क्यों दर्द हो रहा है? This time I'll reverse it and give you one minute each, starting with Sanju Verma, because Sanju Verma, through this entire, you have every right to claim that who is the Congress to question how election commissioners were appointed in the past. कोई दूध से दुला हुआ नहीं है. But in this specific case, you did not answer my central question. This election commission conducted a full revision of the rolls of Bihar between June of 2024 and January of 2025. What changed suddenly in 6 months for them to order a special intensive revision with fresh documentation needed for all those who are not registered as of 2003? Naturally, questions will be asked. What has suddenly changed in the last 5 months for them to order a special intensive revision?
Rajdeep, let us be very clear. The Election Commission has sweeping powers under Article 324, 325, 326,
That doesn't allow you to misuse your powers. You can't misuse your powers.
Can I please finish?
Please finish.
Now you give me my full 1 minute because you don't heckle me and eat into my time.
Please go ahead, ma'am.
Let me tell you, Rajdeep Sardesai or Sanju Verma or Dr. Ajay Kumar or Rahul Gandhi don't have the locus standi to undermine the credibility of a constitutional body like the Election Commission. You can ask questions respectfully, but don't say that the Election Commission Godi Ayog hai, Election Commission voters की list को मनमानी से delete कर रहा है. I'm sorry, what is Rahul Gandhi's credibility? Rahul Gandhi said that voters are being deleted now very quickly. 5 lakh voters were deleted in the Bengal Assembly elections. Rahul Gandhi ने तो फेविकॉल खा लिया. Kerala में 2021 assembly elections 1.7 lakh voters were deleted. Rahul Gandhi और left parties ने फेविकॉल खा लिया. Telangana assembly elections में 4.28 lakh voters were deleted. Rahul Gandhi और Rajdeep Sardesai ने फेविकॉल खा लिया.
Okay,
और
time up,
हिमाचल में
time up,
47,000 voters were deleted.
time up. Your time is up. Audio. Ajay Kumar, what is coming? It's coming down to, while you are perfectly entitled to raise questions over the election commission, I disagree with Sanju Verma that you can't ask election commission questions simply because they have these powers. You cannot allow an abuse or excess of
I
power.
said ask questions, don't undermine their credibility.
Okay, don't undermine. So that's the question therefore, Ajay Kumar. By the manner in which this is being posed even before the entire exercise is complete, to suggest it's a fraudulent exercise, aren't you undermining public faith in the constitutional institution which is charged with a very solemn duty of ensuring free and fair elections? Why not even at least allow the exercise to be complete?
No. First question, I was listening to the BJP spokesperson. It's ridiculous to, the election commission has got the power to revise the electoral rolls. Yes. Please read the sub rules in that the date is being fixed by the constitution and the rules and regulations which the parliament has decided on the date in which they do and the methodology. The special intensive revision is only allowed for constituency. Please read the rules again. So I'm not going to get into it because nobody is debating whether the election commission has got the right to revise rules. It doesn't have the right to revise rules in an arbitrary manner, in a Talibani manner, in a manner without discussing, and in a manner and to release list of documents which was never asked at all. Are those in the rules and regulations which has been passed by the parliament? No. So first question. Second question is, you are putting in a process in which you're putting the majority of the people in difficulty. The other fourth point is, the people say Guspeti. 11 years they've been in power. Amit Shah is getting people through the Bangladesh border. No, one sec. I want to ask them, this Rohingyas and Guspetis, that's what they indicate. 11 years, that means the BJP is purposely doing it. They continue to do this.
Let
No,
Sanju
so
Verma
answer the
respond.
people
Sanju
of India
Verma.
that how are the
Can I
Guspetis
please?
happening? No, you
No,
tell
let
me
me
why
stop
the
you,
Guspetis
Rajdeep.
happening. Explain
Yeah,
to
Sanju
the people of
Verma-
India, how is it 11 years Guspetis
Sanju
happening?
Verma, the
One
charge-
second, let me complete, Sanju Verma ji.
No, Ajay
11
Kumar,
years
your
how
time
Guspetis
is up.
This is
happening?
not fair. You have to be a neutral anchor,
11
which is
years
I
what
am
you
completely
profess.
neutral. Madam, every time you question my neutrality, you're treating me like the
I
Congress
am
is treating
simply
the election
requesting
commission.
you very humbly.
Okay, so
Can't
I'm
I do
asking you
that?
now, I'm giving you 1 minute, ma'am. A serious point was made by Ajay Kumar that he believes that genuine voters will lose out voting rights because the fear is being created that infiltrators are entering states like Bihar. Please respond. I give you 30 seconds uninterrupted.
You told me 1 minute. Now you reduce it to 30 seconds. Why? I need that
Because
1
the
minute.
last round is 30 seconds both sides. You go ahead.
No. You allowed Ajay Kumar time beyond his
Okay, please go ahead.
1
Please
minute
go ahead,
last
1
time.
minute. Please take your minute.
Thank you, Rajdeep, for being so generous.
Thank you.
Now let me say one thing very clearly, and please don't interrupt me. This is very important data, and I'm sure Rahul Gandhi will also love listening to this. I'm exposing his rabid lies on Rajdeep Sardesai's show. महाराष्ट्र इलेक्शंस बीजेपी ने चोरी किया. मोदी सरकार ने महाराष्ट्र इलेक्शन was stolen has been Rahul Gandhi's constant refrain. He says that last 1 hour 65 lakh voters were added. Now let me tell you something very interesting in 20 seconds. Maharashtra 5 p.m. voter count 58.22, 6 p.m. 66.05. Voter count went up by 7.8% roughly. Jharkhand 2024 5 p.m. 55.24%, 6 p.m. 67.74%. BJP lost. हमने रोना धोना नहीं किया. Telangana 2023 5 p.m. voter count 55.24%.
30 seconds left.
And 6 p.m. 63.94%. BJP lost. हमने रोना धोना नहीं किया. Rajdeep, my last point, Karnataka, the big daddy, 2023 5 p.m. voter count 57.94, 6 p.m. a whopping 71.84%. Congress GP, BJP हारी. हमने रोना धोना नहीं किया because
I
we are
asked
not
you
sore
when-
losers.
Okay. You claim you're not sore losers. The Congress claims that the
I brought
system
election
is being
commission
rigged.
data for you.
Okay, I've listened to both of you. I leave it to the
Rajdeep, don't
viewers to decide.
give me my
No,
30
what do you want me to say? I will give you 20 seconds. Please, not more.
I will
20.
just say that the Bharatiya Janata Party is the master of half truths. What about the 12,500 booths? One second, hey,
Ki-
Sanju Verma ji, yeah, you're so badly behaved.
Put
Put
Why
it
are you
down,
so
put that
badly
volume
behaved,
down, put the
madam?
volume down. Yeah,
Why
go
don't
ahead.
you? Why are you so
Yeah,
badly
please,
behaved?
please
I never
finish,
interrupt
please
you,
finish,
so
Ajay.
please.
Please finish now.
So my question again is, 12,500 booths in Maharashtra had 10% to 8 to 12% increase. The number of voters added in 5 years is less than the number of voters added in the last 6 months. Those are issues which are very serious for this country. If the integrity of election is not there, the democracy is challenged. And the
Okay.
issue of no, and the last is 4 crore poor people will continue to suffer. And this Guspeti, 11 years they are in power, so they are purposely getting people to do Guspeti or let them answer to this nation. They're so
Okay,
shameless, they have no
you made
limit for
that
this.
point earlier. Where are the
Thank you.
Guspetias that you claim that the BJP says have entered states like Bihar? Either way, we need a sanctity of the electoral process or democracy itself gets
And Ajay
undermined.
Kumar should
I
not be
hope that
lecturing on
Thank you.
I
morality.
hope the
He's the
election
most
commissioners
misbehaved
also come on
spokesperson.
this show like Sanju Verma and Ajay Kumar have come, or at least conduct a press conference. That's the very least we can expect from the country's election commissioner. Come out and answer the questions. Opaqueness is not a solution.